we're supposed to discuss three books on the train to hell. Let me see if I can, there's a way I can redirect this to. So we're actually saying, yeah, that's better. We're discussing on the road to hell. Hold on, let me find the name of the other one. I just finished. Awaken your inner lion, and City of, see, a lot of scribbles, but don't worry about the scribbles. City of Lost Memories. Interesting reads, I say. But on the train to hell, I didn't get a copy on time. Maybe the copy has arrived since I left. I left 2 days now, so it's possible that it arrived when I left. So hi everyone, I'm Agnes Kay, and we're discussing two books by Tolu. And if you know him, he's the first person I had a chat with on for this year, actually 2022. He was my first author to chat with. Now, City of Lost Memories is poems. I'm not an expert on poetry, but I liked it. Funny enough, I think for some it was the words that evoked memories and events in Nigeria, and then a few other things. But I had, amongst all, I think I just had two favorites because I think they were more spellbinding than the rest put together. But that's just me. You have to read it to tell me your opinion on it. But this one, remember at the start of this year, I was supposed to be talking about, in August, I was supposed to discuss only self-help books. This is one of such books. There's another one on affirmations. I think I'll send it in my next middle post. I'll send the two affirmations, and these are for kids. So for all those who are planning Christmas gifts now with books, this will be the best time to get such books. So you get it in advance, depending on where it is. I don't know if Tolu and the illustrator's name escapes me, but I don't know if they've made it available in Nigeria yet. But it would be a good idea to, because these are affirmations. Kids need these kind of books these days with everything going on. So much. So now, I'm going to invite Tolu. While I wait for him to join us, what has your week been like? Hectic and very hot or something like that? Type it in, tell us. And then on the other hand, please also tell us of some lost memory of yours. Now I have Tolu. Hi, Tolu.
Hello, good evening. How you doing?
Okay. I just got in here, I just dumped everything. I just quickly looked for where I had dumped the tablet so that
I can imagine.
It's
understandable.
The weather is good. That's what matters.
Yeah, the weather is good. Yeah, very good.
So what has been happening now? You just decided you're going to be in hiatus for quite a long time, and then when you now decide to come out, you decide to come out with three, like 1, 2, 3, out at the same time. What caused that?
Yeah, so so basically, like I'm having like a book launch event on the 8th of September.
Yeah.
At the Late and Few.
Tolu big head. Thank you. Yes, big head.
Now
decide to show it off here. I want a proper copy. This pre something copy is not working for me. I mean seriously.
Yeah. I had to send it early, so
yes, because of the launch date.
Yeah, because of the launch date. Yeah, so. Yeah, so, like I said, I have the book launch event on the 8th of September. So the children's book, If You Have to Be Anything, Be Kind, has already like potentially is been released already. 29th of July release date. Then what's it called? City of Lost Memories, 14th of August. Then On the Train to Hell, 8th of September, and Awaken Your Inner Lion on the 8th of September.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so,
what I'm saying. You decide to unleash plenty at the same time. Why?
Yeah, so because like all those release dates are significant dates like in my life and family. So I just felt like okay. And the last book launch event I had like in Newcastle was in 2019. So I felt like it's time to do something mega again. Then I think it's just been the year of books anyways. The inspiration. I think On the Train to Hell was just like it was something. It wasn't supposed to be like it came during. So I think I tend to release books like some books might actually be released before some others that were written before. So based on the events, recent events and all of that, that was what actually inspired that. So from inception, everything. So it wasn't like it was planned, but it just came along. So, as writers, we always have those kind of moments whereby a book comes out of nothing and it joins the fray. Yeah. So
and ends up going ahead of the ones that were already WIPs. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the book launch? I noticed you said the book launch is for the 8th. Is it going to be virtual book launch?
No, it's a physical book launch event here in Newcastle at the Leighton Field.
That's the problem. Newcastle is so far.
I know, north of England,
It's so far because I've been for a couple of months. I've been moving here, there, and so I'm trying to get back into my zone so that I can go back to writing like full time proper. Because now my writing is erratic. It's when I can do it, and sometimes spoil the moments. But because I'm always traveling weekends, I don't know. So fingers crossed, I may come. I may not come. If you don't see me, don't say, "Oh, she promised." Just know that I tried, but I didn't. Maybe didn't try too hard or something. Okay. So forgive me in advance. I'm just telling you, Sha. That is my jargon.
It's all right. It's all right.
I have this question to ask you. It's about don't. My goodness, why did you choose to put don't as the first one? I think this is the most inspiring for me. See, I've had notes there. Can you see? 2020. I think my short script notes. Oh, the other one is on this paper. See.
Let me.
Do you mind if I read it?
What do you say?
Do you mind if I read it?
Yeah, sure, you can. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Please, everyone in the audience, hi everyone who has stand up. We're talking about this book and this one. Sorry, I'll be sticking to having to be repeating myself once in a while if I remember to, until I learn how to do that thing some people do where they will put the details of what the chat is at the bottom, so you don't need to be repeating yourself.
Okay.
I'm a slow learner when it comes to techie stuff, so everybody forgive me in advance, please. So, yeah. Please leave your opinion or your thoughts on what you think. This to my audience, not you, Tolu, on what you think about this. And don't focus on my voice because I'm not a voiceover artist, okay? All right, so here we go. Don't wash me away from your memory. Your knowledge of me should be immersed in profundities, not faded like an eroded land. Don't color me in the dark paints, like a victim of contorted history. My affinity with kindness should not be wiped in a haze. Don't wish your evil plans upon me. My snow white innocence is a shield to guide. Sorry, let me start that line again. Don't wish your evil plans upon me. My snow white innocence is a shield to guard me from looming danger. I'm gyrating because my best friend is online. She is never, our times never ever coordinate well enough for her to be able to join live. So thank you for turning up. This is so cool. Anyways, so if you have any thoughts on what I've just read, please leave your thoughts below and ask your questions as we go. I have my issue was not really an issue per se, but what it told me was like the fear of fading away, and I think that's very common now. Fear of not being able to do enough, not appearing enough. I think that's what it told. Spoke to me, because sometimes there's some people when we hear bad news, like there's this pastor, not mentioning names, is well known in Nigeria, and there's this scandal thing that is going raving about him, and a lot of people have a particular impression of who he is, and then there's this clash of, should we take what we've seen about him, or should we take what we've heard about him? And this is the perfect imprint of that. It's like there's a plea by, don't. There's a plea there. But the problem I'm having with it is the plea is telling me, oh, don't paint me in this your brush, because I'm this, Snow White, innocent kind of person. You're telling me, and then I'm like, how am I supposed to know that you're the one telling me? So it's subjective. I have my own opinions about you. That's why I said that was my favorite idea, because there were too many questions popping up when I read that. So that's just me rolling on. So before we proceed, I've not done Would You Rather with you, but I would ask you first, before Would You Rather, I wanted to find out, you've been doing something on culture there in Newcastle. How has it been going?
Yeah, it's been all right. Basically, we've been doing a couple of events at the art organization of which I'm the co-founder, Lion and Lilac. So we've done a couple of events we did one on the future of African literature, and that went really well. We also had one on validating art, because I think this question comes up all the time. Who is the true gatekeeper of art? Who validates what is true art?
Yeah.
Who has the right to justify what is the definition of good or great art? So it was a very intellectual discussion with, we had panelists, on the literary scene, film critics, literary critics, and yeah, so it should be up on YouTube couple of weeks from now. We'll upload it so people can also, piggyback to it and watch it here. But so we're just trying to do a couple of events, expand our frontiers as well, and also, bring up enriching conversations within the literary sphere as well.
Okay, working with the government of Newcastle over there, has it spurred you to consider working in civil service?
No, so basically, I think the government project I've taken on personally has not even been with Newcastle. So I've done work for the Awaken Literary Festival, so which is I think somewhere around Romford in London. So
yeah, I know that one.
Yes,
I
watched that one. I've been at a Woolwich Library as well, in East London as well. So, but I'm still pitching myself to Newcastle. Hopefully, very soon something will happen in that.
Sometimes our birthplace they'll be like, that our see finish mentality. So maybe that's why they're not yet. Maybe you've not done that. So something new that they've not already known. They know you're a poet. They know your works are good. You've won awards. But if you've not done that thing that will now draw attention to you, that they will now say, this is Newcastle. We discovered him first. That thing we do.
I know.
Everything is.
And funny enough, I think 2018, I met the mayor of Teesside. I was invited to their office. We had fruitful discussions, but then my manager at that time, we stopped working together. So, and the whole, she was the one in charge of those discussions. So it kind of met a brick wall. Yeah. So, but I'm sure something will come up. I've done a lot of work on the local circuit here. Yeah. So I'm expecting. at least there should be something fruitful coming out in terms of working with the local community and expanding the frontiers of literature down here in Newcastle as well.
I hope so, because but so far, do you think literature, well, literature in the sense of African, British, do you think there's an inclusiveness in Newcastle now, or there will be? Do you think there will be a chance of that?
Yeah, so people like myself, we are the face of we are the face of inclusion
Oh,
down here. You understand? So when they want to try and show representation in the literary spaces down here, so they call on people like us to be a part of it. Yeah, so there's great inclusiveness. There's a lot of work, at least from the spaces I've been to. I've performed my work at. There's been a lot of support, a lot of the writing community here. They've been really good. Yeah, so I won't fault them for anything in terms of the love for my work, for my art. I was at one event like last week, and I didn't even go with my books. But when I finished performing, people were like, "Oh, can we buy your books?" I was like, "Oh,
oh no!"
come
That's why
on."
on this show. That's why on this
Uh,
show.
the,
What?
actually I went there. I just went there to go and like support the event organizer. Like he had like forthcoming events I will be headlining at as well. And when I got there, and he just called me up to the stage, Tolu, and I was looking like, "Who Tolu are you talking?" Say you now. I'm like, I did. I was performing, and I went up, performed, and afterwards people were asking to buy my books. Well, unfortunately I didn't go with the books, but obviously some of them are coming to the book launch, so they will be getting the books at the launch.
Okay.
Yeah, so but in terms of inclusion, representation, I think I have a lot of love and support for my work down here in Newcastle.
Okay. I'm planning to visit you for one main reason. Maybe if at the book launch there will be like the pop-up shop thing, or maybe you'll give me tips on that, because you've done a lot of selling it in the market, books in the market. I've never really thought of doing that. Well, I'm not confident enough to do that, Sha, but I want to learn about it, because now that I'm going to be helping with other authors, it will be fair that I know how to do that. I know how to come out to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably it would be good. I don't know what your plan is in terms of how long you intend to spend like in Newcastle. But
If I'm coming to Newcastle, it will be a time when you're going to do your book.
market, yeah, you can understand. So if you were to be a time that I'm going to the market, then
Yeah.
you can come with me to the market and see what it's
And
like.
would it be okay if when I'm coming with you, I come with all my books?
You can definitely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I don't want to steal your thunder. That's why I'm asking
No,
first.
you can. That will not be a problem.
All right. All
Yeah,
right.
that will not be a problem.
That's so kind. That's so kind.
No,
But I'm tempted to ask you, where do you see your publishing company in, as in what is your real desire? Because I did ask you the last time we chatted, and so far you've grown, you've encouraged a few more authors have joined you, poets, and you've created a venue for poets to be able to publish their books and make it available even on Kindle. But where do you see your company? What's your, should I say, vision?
Yeah,
Or mission statement, that kind of thing.
yeah. So basically, I see the Roaring Lion Newcastle. I'm just waiting for the big break. Let me just feel like that. Yeah. So we are doing the part. We are investing in the growth of literature, the growth of African literature. So we are waiting for a big break. So I think that's just what we are waiting for. We've paid our dues, and we are doing our best to like expand the frontiers of African literature in our own little way. We don't have like a big budget, but in our own little way, we are trying our best. And when the big break comes, then we are able to like take on more authors and expand the work that we do as well. So whichever way, it's just all about growth. Let's grow. Let's take the baby steps, and with time, the results would come in. Well, I'm sure. Like I believe in the vision. I believe that we are on the right path. We are doing our best to publish great works of literature as well. And I've always had the vision that it shouldn't like to really grow, to truly grow, you have to invest in other people as well.
That's
So yeah, so if you want to achieve maybe 100, go alone. But if you want to achieve 1,000 or 1,000,000, go with a multitude, and you see that the world is your oyster here. So I believe that with all these amazing authors by my side, we can always like achieve the impossible.
because you have a critical eye. I mean, well, should I say critique's view of things sometimes. Would it be, have you ever been called to judge, to preside as a judge in any literary function?
I think in terms of judging, we've had our own like internal competitions that we've put out, like poetry contests here and there, which I've judged and judged with a few other writers as well. But in terms of judging the contest at this point, I would say no, like external contest to us. And I would say the reason is that I don't even think I have the time, to be fair. I have
That's so unfair.
the
Because I was thinking of asking you for 2023. So I was like, should I? Let me just ask. Oh, you never know. You just shoot your shots. Then if you,
yeah, I know. For you, no problem now. But yeah, I would say what it's gonna look like and what I'll be able to accommodate as well.
okay.
I have a like my. It's also for the past couple of weeks, like because of the preparation for the book launch, I've not been to the market like past couple of weeks. So, but imagine,
You go.
yeah. So basically, I go like every weekend, every Saturday.
Wow.
Yes, I go every Saturday, but for the past couple of weeks, I've not been to the market. Yes, so
Mm, That's
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So and imagine like Monday to Friday, I have my own. I work within financial crime compliance, so
Mm.
I have my day job. Saturday I go to the market. I can barely breathe. So I have just Sunday to like do something, like do anything profitable. Yeah. So and
Are you single?
I'm married with kids.
Really? No, because I'm wondering now you say Monday to Friday, then Saturday you have to do market. So it's only Sunday you're dedicated to family. That's all. That's not fair. But
No, but
it's rising stars shine time. So
but like COVID times is quite different. Home working, we are with the family 24/7. My partner works from home as well. The kids are at home. Summer holidays now, they go to school, drop them off in the morning, pick them up in the evening, and so it's you get it, yeah. So there's always time for the family because we are a close knit family, always at home. Nowhere to go to like for like work wise,
mm.
yeah. So it's all right.
But it's also a good thing because it also shows dedication in the sense that you can actually follow your dreams, having family to take care of, cater for, have a job, and still push your dreams. Even though it won't be like you would do if you were doing it full time, it won't be the same pace, but it's
Yeah,
still growing. That's the beauty of it.
yeah,
But do you think that, for instance, poetry? Do you think we have a way of sustaining it? Do you think it's, I don't know how to put this word. Hmm. You know how we say people, okay, chase your dreams, but do you think it's realistic to rely on it solely, or we should still rely on something else, like you do a job and then
yeah.
your
I think it's quite important to like why we encourage people to like chase their dreams or whatever. We have to be honest as well, because we have to be honest with one another to tell people the truth, the true state of things. So because if I were to be relying solely on, income from my talent, it will be quite difficult. But I think people should chase their dreams, but if possible, get busy because not everyone would be a best-selling author. Not everybody will make millions from this literary talent. So that you would not be a burden to yourself, and the burden to people around you, and you will not be resentful, you know. So, for instance, if I publish a book and I depend solely on I depend solely on the earnings from my literary talents.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at people. Agnes has not bought my book. I'm angry. You get where I'm coming from, and I'm angry. You know, because that's where the money to pay my bills is coming from. The money to pay rent is coming from, and I can be desperate. I can maybe it would help as well to help you push to expand the frontiers to know that, oh, I have to do whatever I have to do to make this thing work. You get, but I think it's too risky a venture. It's too risky to depend on. Considering like, okay, if I have a 9 to 5 job, I can earn like a lot of money in my 9 to 5 job, and for me to make that sort of money from my literary talent, then I have to be really up to it. Like I have to be everywhere, not just Newcastle. I have to be in Milton Keynes. I have to be in London Bridge.
Good luck with that. See the distance. You'll be like,
yeah,
so you can breathe.
I have to be everywhere. Yeah, so I think it would help us to push more. But to be fair, to be honest, to people who are coming behind as well, it's good to say the truth. Like not everyone would, you know. How many people? I think there's all this popular research or statistics that is always being quoted that many authors a lot of authors, majority of authors do not sell more than 100 copies of their books in their lifetime. Majority, or not minority. Majority of authors, writers do not sell more than 100 copies of their books in their lifetime. So that statistics is always being bandied around. But for some of us that we sold thousands, we are thankful that that we sold thousands of books. But to be fair, it's not easy.
I think the ability to sell thousands is how much how much you go out there to do it. Because sometimes, some people, they forget that they read, and then they see a book and say, oh, okay, I think I can read this in a day.
Yeah.
Or something like this. And they'll be like, oh, I'll pick it up. But they won't realize that when they go on Kindle and all that, because nobody has time to start checking. They'll rather be looking at pictures. Oh, is it a nice picture? And then pick it up and then just have it and not read it. That's another thing that's different. So that's why I like your idea of this pop-up shop thing.
Yeah, and I think the benefit of pop-up shop is that, so I've seen like some of my books, for instance, when people buy 1 copy or 2 copies and they like it, the following week they come and buy more. So that is where the product is also important. Like you ensure you're selling quality books as well. Because if you're going to be in the market every weekend, you must ensure you're
as in, I'm hearing my heart doing like this.
No, it's doable. So, and I see people as well that they tell their friends. Even like last week event, people were looking for me at the market. Oh, you've not been at the market. They were looking at, where is this guy? I said, I've not been. So people tell their friends as well, there's this guy, just go and patronize him and everything. Yeah. So I think I've had a lot of repeat customers as well. So I think the market has worked really well to the extent that the sales from the market is even like at some point is even much more better than like online sales.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, and this is at the metro, so there's a lot of footfall around that area. People go use that metro a lot, so the footfall is really good.
No, it feels so juicy, but
the thing about the market as well is that there will be good days, there will be bad days. So,
of course.
Yeah, so I think with the cost of living crisis as well, is affecting people as well in terms of what they are able to spend and everything. But
I think another thing is surprise, finding something like a bookshop as you step out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, let's see. And we are naturally curious human beings, so they're like, should I not get? And then they see the price. I think I can part with this and pick one.
I think
that's why you end up being coming back to buy more. You're like, oh, I did not expect this, and then you now want to get more of that. That's nice.
Yeah. I think the surprise element is there. Then I think in my own case, some people just look at the table like, did you write all of these books? I'll be like, okay, calm down first. They are not all my books, but out of these books, 14 of the books are many. Like, wow, was he a whiskey? Was he a genius? Was he this? Was he that? So people, that alone fascinates people to see, like, oh, you've done this, so you've done so much work, you've done great works. So that's there. Then also another thing to notice that there are opportunities in the market as well. So apart from like selling books, like I think a few weeks back, one rep from, I think it was HarperCollins. I can't remember. So she works with HarperCollins, and she said her colleagues work. One of her colleagues work on the literary fiction desk, and they bought my collection of short stories to see, like, so they're always looking for like great fiction as well, to see what's on the market and what they can bring on.
Are you serious? Please send them my way.
So then the even from the market, on the Avon Literary Festival invitation was from the market, about a lot of opportunities, book clubs, invitations to events from the market as well. So a lot of people come to the market from different locations, some tourists from the state, all over. I meet people from all over the world that they are on the time, on holidays, and they buy the books, and they go back, so just happy to have this literature in their hands. So it's a good experience.
We should talk further about this your pop-up shop. We should talk further about it. But I've not read on the Train to Hell. What is that one about?
Yeah, so it's a collection of sad poems on grief, on life and death, and just
forgive me if I pass. I will risk it and read maybe one or two, then I'll know if I'll continue.
Yeah.
But I'm biased when it's sad. I'm biased somehow.
Yeah, I think it's been my most difficult book, to be honest. Like, it's been my most difficult book. It's been haunting to be
like it.
No, even after writing it, like I've been really disturbed with some of the points. I've been really disturbed because yes, I've been disturbed, but I've been really disturbed by the by the collection. Like I've been disturbed.
But have you noticed something, that sometimes when people are grieving, they tend to read more books towards that, so that they feel like someone can relate to their pain?
Yeah, so because I've been at the market, like I think about 2 months ago, and someone just came to me precisely to say, they wanted a book on like grief. So they lost someone and they were looking for like a collection of poems or whatever on grief. So I told them I don't have a full collection, but I have one of my collection that I have a couple of poems on grief. So so there are people that actually find comfort in reading those sort of books on grief and dealing with grief and all of that. Yeah. So, but I also now thought about it that with my expansive body of work, it wouldn't be a bad idea to like do something. To do something on grief as well, because I think that's what we are here as well to do, expand the front edge of our work. But to be fair, it's not been an easy one to do. Like it's been really disturbing.
I know there was one time I read what's this Tendai Huchu's book. It's called urban fiction, the genre. The Library of the Dead.
Okay.
When I said that book, I was like, oh my goodness, who sent me work? I saw the name. My mind, after we had discussed, date and all of that, initially we didn't discuss which of the books will be discussed. But when we finally made up our mind on which of his books that was going to be discussed, I did not expect it to be that book. So when I saw the name, I was like, it could be, hopefully it's not horror. And from the backstory, it didn't look like it was horror. So I read it. It made me a bit jumpy. But it was a nice bit of comical parts that kind of eased it. But that's as far as it went. But are you still going to do any short stories? Because you seem to have discarded that part.
Yeah, so apart, I think apart from the books I'm releasing this year, I have two collection of poems that should be out next year. Then I have one non-fiction for young people as well, which would probably be 2024. So after that, I think I will just go back to short stories. Yeah, do one or two collection of short stories because people who have read Infant of Silence, they want to buy more short stories.
How do you know? Because I was about to say, please show off one of my favorite collection of short stories.
Yeah, so people who have bought Infant of Silence,
I'm seeing it there. Mm-hmm.
people who have bought Infant of Silence, they still want to buy more collection of short stories. Yeah, so,
Yes,
but
because
I think I
please
just
send them my way. You know the competitions I do for other authors, a K-Press Anthology Prize. So send them there. It's all on Kindle.
no, okay. These are just like markets. People who have like found like an affinity with my works at the marketplace, and they've read one book. So people do like that, like repeat customers. They buy one book, they want to buy more books. They like that. So they ask, when are you writing the next one? Like when you're an author, you already have people who are like lovers of your work, who are fans of your work, and yeah. So
Expect more.
yeah, they're always expecting you to like do more, and yeah. think I think it's all right. If there's anyone we can plug your way, definitely I'll be happy to do that.
Okay. So now, how do you awaken your inner lion? Tell us I don't know, just tell us how to. Not the whole book, just tell us how to awaken your inner lion.
Yeah, to awaken your inner lion, you just have to. I think you just have to act. You have to take actionable steps to, work out your own dreams. So it's not just about believing or saying, "I have this dream, I have this vision." What are the actions that you are putting in place to actualize your dreams?
Mhm.
Everyone has a talent within. We all have a lion within. But many times we have this doubt within us. We are looking for validation from people around us. We want people to validate us. We put ourselves under unnecessary pressure as well. We want people to, then we have self-doubt as well. Unless people validate us or validate our work, we do not believe in ourselves. So to awaken your inner lion, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you can do it. And like I always tell people, like if Tolu Akinyemi can do this, like there's nothing. So or some of my friends say, oh, stop, I should stop saying it, that there's nothing special about me. But to be fair, there's nothing special, and that's the truth. So if I can do it, then anyone out there as well can do it as well. So it's all about putting. People ask me like, "Oh, how do you write? How do you find the time to write?"
This
Uh,
meaning.
yeah, you understand. But like I always tell people, you always find time for whatever is important or whatever you think is important to you. So if you think like eating is important, we always eat irrespective. If we want to munch on something like 24/7, we always find something to munch on. So if you also have this talent within as well, you have to go for your dreams. You have to believe that it's possible, and you have to dare to dream as well. You have to dream. You have to dream.
I like that. But there's something I wanted to tell you to do if you would like to. There's this thing I'm thinking of doing. I want to see what it's like. I'm going to pick random pages, and then you pick the second paragraph and read just the second paragraph.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'm going to pick it from Inferno of Silence.
Infinite of silence.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So page 30, paragraph 2. Read it to us, please.
Infernal silence or awaken your inner lion.
I was thinking of infernal silence.
Okay, let me do it then. If you want infernal silence, second paragraph. Okay, page 30.
30. What you said that now I'm opening this one.
So there's nothing on page 30 here. So you have to try another page.
Page 25.
Page 25. Excuse me. I called out to her. She stopped and turned, and I began walking up to her. I have something to say. Put the camera on record. She stared at me with nearly bulgy eyes, as if afraid that I might be a suicide bomber. For a few seconds, she was silent. Only her eyes spoke. Should I go on? That's okay.
No, it's just that paragraph. No, as soon as you said, I recalled it. There's this thing I wanted to find out. You know, sometimes when you read when we're kids, sometimes you get, when you don't see any more books to read.
Yeah.
Searching for books, you now find books that maybe they've have been passed down to other people. You know how we borrow books up and then there's no cover. Yeah. And by the time you get to the book, maybe you've gotten to like maybe page 10.
Yeah.
Will now become the first page of the book you're going to read. So it now made me come up with the idea of, what if you could just open any book whatsoever and then just pick it? Will it capture you? You know, get your attention. And this one actually, that short part you did, actually did, and at the same time reminded me of which of the stories it was.
Yeah.
So okay.
Quite interesting, to be fair.
It is interesting. So now I'm forced to I'm tempted more like to read page 25 of your book. And I said second paragraph, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it?
No, you can read it.
Oh, okay. As parents, if you didn't tell me you were a parent, you were a parent, I would not even have. I would like,
you'll be like, he's giving advice.
Come. What am I saying here? Is this true? Anyway, so we learn every day, yeah? As parents, we have to correct our children when they fall out of line, cuddle them when they need cuddling, but never be afraid to tell them the truth when it needs telling. Covering up inappropriate behavior sends society on a descent into chaos. Oh, wow. See? Sometimes it works. I think I'm going to now introduce that to my Q&A for authors.
Yeah, it does work. Yeah, it does work. It does work.
Hi, Deji. You're late. What's the time? I don't even know the time. What time?
6:47. Hello, Deji.
Yeah. Hi, Deji. Oh, he says, well done, boss. Yeah, well done. I didn't say well done, but well done. Well done. Would you rather? Yes. Would you rather be a sailor or a pilot? Why?
I would. That's a tough one.
You have to pick one and choose why.
I think I'll pick being a sailor over being a pilot, because I've always I always have like just flying. Not like I'm not afraid of flying though, but if something goes terribly wrong, like in the plane, you just have to what's gonna happen, you know? So
that explains that scene with what we just read now. That explains that part.
So if something goes terribly wrong, you know, I think I wrote a poem in my collection of poems, Dead Cats Don't Meow. It's titled, I think, 35,000 feet, like traveling at 35,000 feet. So I think I'll pick being a sailor.
Okay. Would you rather live in a detached house in a forest, or a castle in the middle of a zoo?
I would say probably a castle in the middle of his zone.
Why?
Maybe just proximity to wildlife, to animals, and to just to nature, to natural habitat. It could be it could be an inspiration to for creativity as well. So
Okay. You have you watched this latest with Idris Elba with the
nah,
lion that became like, okay. Then
I will go and
I
check it
wish
out.
I had watched it. Then I don't remember the title. Then it will make sense why I asked you a question about living, in the wildlife. Okay. Would you rather be a door or a window to someone's soul?
Door or window?
To someone's soul.
Mm, I would say probably I'm already a door already. Or
What
maybe
has you got
maybe
being
maybe,
a door got to do with?
maybe a window. I would say I'm both a window of opportunities and a revolving door.
That's you. That's you. I'm talking
Yeah.
about to another person's soul. So you rather be a door to someone's soul than a window to someone's soul.
So I'm already a window of opportunity already, and I'm
There's
also
no need for you.
I'd also a revolving door. A revolving door. Yeah. So yeah, maybe whichever one works. Maybe window.
I wish someone would ask some more would you rather questions that. Uh, anyways, so okay. Would you rather be a new shoot of plant or the fruit of a very old tree?
Maybe a new shoot of plants
Why?
because I'm able to like grow without limits.
That's a good one. Okay, now that we are in the sort of peak of heat, well, at least this few weathers will come. Would you rather be the radiator or would you rather be fan?
I'll be the fan to
Why?
help
Because
people
it's strong.
to help people cool away their worries.
Okay. So you won't be the warmth that keep people warm during winter. All right, all
No,
right.
I will help people cool. When people are hot, people are uncomfortable. They are going through a hard patch. I could be the fan to cool away the worries, to bring calm after the storm.
It's Deji here. You're hearing your boss. So, so how many have I asked you? How many would you rather have I asked you?
I wasn't taking count.
I don't know. Okay. I like to leave it at 4. So let me see.
Yeah, I think we've done four already.
So I like to leave it at 5. Would you rather be a train, like Virgin Train, the fast ones, or a tram?
Yeah, I think I'll be a train.
Usual train or the fast one?
Yeah, I'm
Good one.
moving train,
They all move. Tram moves.
moving train, so I can achieve my dreams faster.
Okay, that's a good score. Oh, that's it. I don't have any more questions. What advice would you give any author who wants to publish poetry with you?
Yeah, to any author that wants to publish poetry, just send in great works. Send in great works
Mm,
because if you like, even knowing me will not like merit is because I think because the marketplace is quite competitive as well. So anything you're putting out there, you have to be able to like you must be sure that it's good. It's good for people out there. Yeah. So at least to a large extent, especially for people like us that we are trading and hoping in the future also to establish like a proper bookstore. It's always important that whatever work you're putting out there, you can don't just do a work for the sake of doing it. And but I think when we expose our ideas to the world, it helps us as well. So it helps us let people read your manuscript, have a better reading team, and let people read it. And because when you expose your ideas to the world, it comes with some sort of vulnerability, but in that vulnerability, you must be sure that whatever you're putting out there is top notch.
Okay. Should I say re-releasing? I don't know if it makes sense. Something new. I'm republishing it anyways. So I wanted to ask, do you think I should do like say a virtual book launch? Do I still need to do that? Since it was an old book that's being revamped and all of that.
Yeah, you can do it just to generate interest, to bring excitement to whatever you're doing. Then it might be worth doing that. Yeah.
All right. I look forward to the. Oh, but you said the book launch. We are going to be there. So are you going to also put it live for those who can't make it?
We said, we're gonna be quite busy, so we'll see what happens. I can't do live, but it's gonna be recorded anyway, and to be on YouTube. It's gonna be on YouTube and which is afterwards. So
we'll endure and wait for it to be on YouTube. And I said we'll endure and wait for it to be on YouTube.
Oh, fantastic! I've from the last time I've joined my local library, so I have my library card somewhere.
Guys, I don't know if you were in our first chat this year.
Can you see
we talked about the library card thing, and I was like, how can you be in a place that not have, So here, share it again, please.
Member of Newcastle Libraries.
Cool. I have too many library cards. I can't count. Each time I go to, boom, first thing, library. So you're like, one day I'll just do it like an awards tag like this, and just set it up and say, these are the libraries I've been into.
I know. Right. Libraries are booktiful places.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We just sold another book now with style.
So booktiful.
I'm so glad. I'm glad that your achievement so far, and the speed this year is like wow. So congratulations on that. Thanks for being on my show. Impromptu, but you covered for me, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much. But I think you have to give me a loud roar like a lion.
Roar! I've been learning. So, anyways, but not lion, as in like a lioness.
Yeah, lioness.
That's the thing. I've never seen a lioness roar, so I don't know.
The titled.
I've just betrayed.
The titled lioness.
The blooming hibiscus.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you so much for turning up, and thank you everyone for turning up. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
You're very welcome. And next week, you want to say something?
Have a booktiful evening.
You too. You too. It just made some pages, and yes, so I'm having a book, and then I'll be done with it. So I'm having a booktiful evening, and I'm yet to confirm our authors for next week, because they're supposed to be the winners of the 1, 2, 3. I think the 3rd K-Press Anthology Prize winners. So fingers crossed. I'll do some confirmation for next week. I'm not yet certain who my people for next week will be. So that's why I haven't put out the September authors yet. So please be patient with me, everyone. I'm trying to catch up. Too many moves. Sorry about that. But it's still fun. And at the same time, next month, September, I'm doing a book tour. I'm for the first time in my life doing a book tour. I want to see what it's like. But my book main feature is on the 23rd of September. I think I'll put it out there soon. And looking forward to your book launch. Books launch, because it's more than one book.
Yes, so the Great Lion of Newcastle. The Great Lion.
Raw now. If it's not complete, if it doesn't, any place he goes to, they always make him raw. I don't know. It's like the in thing.
Yes,
but nice to meet you again. And my regards to your family. I'm glad you have one. This trying time is good to have people around too. So. And thanks everyone for turning up. Hopefully see you next week at 5 p.m., not 6 p.m. Today was just a slight change. Hope to be a slight change next week. But bye everyone. Have a lovely week. Bye to you.
Bye.